Dude, not as exciting as this. I'll tell you that right now. But
Okay, there we are. Cirie, hi. Thank you so much for taking the
Hi.
time to talk. I am very excited to meet the icon that is Cirie Fields. Um, so I have to ask you first, just how are you feeling now that the season's over and everything? What are the emotions? What are the feelings?
You know what? I feel great. I feel awesome. I mean, obviously, I would feel better had I taken the W. But my girl did, right? Parvati, who better? If I couldn't have taken it, if I had to vote for someone in the very beginning, once we hit the beach and they said, if you don't win, who do you want to win? Obviously, I'm gonna say Parvati, right? So I the experience was wonderful. The people were wonderful. I have zero regrets.
I love that. I mean, you've just said everything. Let's stop it now. No, but we will get into more stuff. My first question to you is obviously this has been a monumental season. Everyone has claimed it to be the Survivor Olympics. So,
Yeah.
what was it like getting that call to say, "Hey, we want you on AU versus the world," and what ultimately made you say yes to it?
Oh my God, I was flattered and honored to be invited. Like little old me, little girl from Jersey, you want me to come and play and represent the United States in on the World Tribe? What? Of course. If you invited, you could invite me to the Olympics of hot dog eating. If you think I'm the best hot dog eater or one of the best of anything, right? So, in order to be invited to the Olympics, they have to consider you either the best or one of the best. So that's how I took it. Like, you guys look at me like that. Absolutely, I want to go. Absolutely, I want to play. And thank you for having me.
I love that. So obviously we haven't seen you play Survivor since Game Changers, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
shout out drop your buffs here where you found out that Tony was on that season. Um, but we did see you also play some stuff before that. Snake in the Grass, Traitors, which the crown got on your head at that point. Um, how did those doing those shows help you prepare for this season?
Oh my God, there's no preparing for this season. What? There's no preparation. Like those are different games, right? There's a level. The only thing similar in those games is paranoia. The levels of paranoia, and they differ from game to game. Outside of that, Survivor's a beast of its own. There's only one Survivor, right? There are no games that you can play to prepare you for Survivor because it's different every time because there's different players every time. And the elements are different every time. The challenges are different every time. So there is no preparing.
I love that answer. So going into this season, we saw you when you got onto the tribe, we saw you have kind of two very beautiful relationships. One form and one grow. That was Poverty that you grew, and then Lisa that was formed. So tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about that, because we saw definitely in the first episode both of those relationships be very poignant.
Right. So Parvati and I, we go way back. And being that we haven't played for so long, and we don't really just in life, like you and I, Ali, could be really good friends, right? And I could call you on Christmas, holidays, your birthday, and then I come to the UK and I see you in March, and we are like best buds. We go out, we kick it, and then I go back home. You may not hear from me again until this is January. You may not hear from me until July. But when I see you again, it's up. It's like we never separated. And that's how it is with me and Parvati, right? So when I saw it was Parvati there, I'm like, oh, my girl is here. No, say less. No need to say anything. You got me, I got you. It's a given, right? But with Lisa, who I didn't know, and I could feel Lisa's energy, right? I could feel that Lisa was genuine in what she was saying and how she felt about me. So to have that was like another place of warmth, another place of safety. And you don't get that in these games. You don't get one, more or less two. So that's what it felt like. Like, wow, I got Parvati here who I know I can trust. And now I just met someone else who I can see and feel that they are being truthful with me. Now I have two people that I can trust. And I've never really had that in a game before.
I mean, your relationship with Lisa was just so sweet because I don't know if you'd seen New Zealand, but she really emulated your game. I will just
No,
say.
I didn't. I didn't. That's crazy. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So what was it like navigating that relationship? Because I do feel like when it came to, especially going into the merge, when it came to who you kind of talked to in the middle, it was Lisa. Lisa seemed to be the person that you and her would always go to each other when it came to the vote to make sure that you both went forward in the same way. Was that always the case?
Absolutely, because I once you have me and you prove or make me feel that you can trust me, I there's one thing about me. I am blindly loyal. And I wanted to go as far with Lisa and Parvati as I could in this game, right? So I didn't want Lisa ever to think, oh, I got my girl Parvati here and you're second fiddle. No, I wanted Lisa to know that I'm playing this game with you for real. And I need you to talk to me and tell me what you think, what is the best move for us to move forward. And that's what you guys saw. Like when I would go to Lisa and I say, what you think? I meant, what do you think? And what's going to be best for you and I, not just for me or me and Parvati.
Yeah, we definitely saw that. And I think one of your great strengths is your ability to collaborate. And that's what we saw this season, especially. We saw you collaborate with the international trio. We saw you
Mhm.
collaborate with Janine, with Kirby.
Mhm.
Was that always going to be your game plan throughout kind of this season?
That's my game plan in life, right? Because I'm never the smartest, I'm never the strongest, I'm never the fastest at anything. However, when you surrender, in order to be a great leader, you have to be able to be led, right? And sometimes you have to be able to pick your team and use your team's strengths. So if you decide that you know it all, you're the know it all, end all, and be all, you'll be robbed. You'll be the first one voted out, right? You need to collaborate with people to move through life and through these games. So no, that it wasn't really. I don't come in with a game plan or strategy. That's just the way I see life. Lisa, you in this instance, you're right. You're smarter than me in this situation, so I'm going to listen to you. Parvati, your idea is better than mine. I'm open to that as long as it keeps moving us forward. I'm open. I don't have to be the chief. I can be an Indian at any time.
I love that. Well, with all of that was happening, we did see you this season constantly receiving votes. How, what? Why do you think that was? And also, a side note, how did it feel that it took them till day 15 or whenever it was? I think it was only Tony that did it before then to get your name right. They spelt it right at the end.
You know what? Oh, today somebody said my name wrong, right? My name is so unique. And that's the way I look at it. Because my name is unique and spelled in a unique way, I don't get offended at all that people don't know how to pronounce or spell my name. For a long time, I hadn't heard my name anywhere else, right? So I take kind of I'm proud of that. So if you can't say it, you can't spell it good. I'm not like everybody else. They're not like us. Um, what was the other question? Something else you said.
Obviously, you were constantly receiving votes. Why do you think that
Nothing.
was?
You know what? I don't know. Everybody would come in and they would bash Parvati to the hilt. They would run the bus back and forth over her, and then it gets time to vote, and they vote for Cirie. I think a lot of it was because Parvati um, either had an advantage or idol, and they're like, okay, if we're going to get the big threats out, we can't get Parvati. Let's try to get Cirie. That's what I think it was. Because, your girl ain't used to getting votes. So I was kind of like taking it back, like, clutching my pearls, money.
I mean, I think we all were clutching our pearls, going, "Really?" Um, Another thing I want to talk about is we saw your original nemesis come back to haunt you twice this season, which was firemaking.
Fire. Oh, okay.
So I want to find out, obviously, because it's clear you practiced. And you had a plan going into both of your fire makings, which
I'm
I loved.
so glad you said it's clear that I practiced for those who think I didn't.
Oh no, like the fact that it was the same thing, I knew you had like planned it and practiced it. So what do you think happened when it came to doing your fire against Sarah, doing your fire against Luke? Was there anything that maybe you had a plan going into the fire making? So what do you think happened when it came to both of your fire makings? What do you think ultimately happened there?
I don't know what happened for the first one because the technique was the exact same. The technique was the one that I know and I practice. Not the little rocking baby thing. I didn't know about that. But to get enough oh my God, now I can't think.
Magnesium.
Magnesium. The process is the same. You build up your little pile of magnesium. You make sure you have a nest. You make sure that it is aerated so the air can get under there. And then you just strike the flint to get the. I did the exact same thing both times. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Thank God it worked the second time, or else I probably wouldn't be able to even show my face in America. And I don't know, like I think the universe decides what it wants me to have, and it's always been great to me. So I'm not gonna I don't feel bad or sad at all that, you know, my fire wasn't big enough to beat Luke's fire. I just feel great that I was able to show the world, like, look at this fire. I think this fire is beautiful. It finally proves to you guys that I can make fire. For God's sakes, after 17 times of playing Survivor.
I mean, you proved it. Like the fire that you made in Final Four was like amazing. I actually did think you were going to get it at one point.
Oh, thank
Now,
you.
obviously, getting to the end of this interview, you made it to Final Four and then got cut, and you were just just so close to it. When it comes to the jury, I have to ask you this question: do you think you had a shot?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Luke and I talked, and I feel like had a connection with Luke as well. Like Lisa and I connection was genuine and strong, but I saw Luke. Luke and I are like here, right? And Luke told me, like, if it's me over there, I promise I'm gonna fight for you and I'm gonna rally the Aussies for you to vote for you. And I just think my journey may not have been the same as Parvati's. Like, it's not paved with immunity challenges and idols and such. However, I came to the same place at the same end of the road, and that would have been in the final tribal council, sitting in those final chairs. And I think that my ability to kind of persuade and explain to people and convince people why they should vote for me, I think I would have had a good shot, honestly. Not to take anything away from Parvati. Parvati is a GOAT and she is fantabulous, but I do think I could have gave her a run for her money.
I would have definitely loved to have seen that, and I definitely think you would have. Cirie, I have one final question for you with this season. What was your
Mhm.
favorite moment in the game?
Oh my God. My favorite moment in the game. I think I had two. I think Parvati and I hugging in the end, thinking like, damn, we could rewrite history. It could be me and you finally sitting in this final was one of them. And my other one was staying in that block challenge and beating all the Aussies and all the men and being in it with me, Parvati, and Cass being the final three person in an endurance challenge. Little old me, who everybody thinks, she ain't good in challenges. That was my other favorite moment. Mhm.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I remember watching that, and I remember when I recapped the season, I said no one is talking about Cirie getting to that point where no one equates her as being a challenge beast, but you've
Right.
shown how strong you are when it comes to challenges as well. So, like, well
Thank
done on
you.
that. Well done.
Thank you, Ollie.
Just thank you so much for taking this time to talk with me. It's been an
Of
absolute honor
course.
and a privilege. I know we're going to see you next year on another little show. We just got one. But for now, thank you so much for taking this time to talk to me.
Thank you. It's been really fun, Ollie. Thank you for making it easy.